Hi everyone, this is Ms. Cobb and I will be doing our math lessons today. It will be on liquid volume, which will be on liters and milliliters. So there will be a lot of screen sharing with completing this lesson. Again, the lessons can be completed either electronically through the files on Schoology, or you can just print them out and write on them, or even use a paper and pencil. And if you would like feedback, you can send it as an attachment, or you can just take a picture and I can provide feedback for your student. So let's begin, shall we? So I'm going to click on share screen. And I am now going to go to our math slides for today. So even though there will be a computer sound because there will be a video playing, I'm going to enable that. So hold tight. So today, our goal is to estimate liquid volumes of objects using liters and milliliters. So liters and milliliters are used when measuring the volume of liquids. It's seen in grocery stores, the liters, if you buy water or any kind of soft drink. And also milliliters can be seen when you are purchasing medication, especially if you're purchasing something like children's Benadryl or liquid Tylenol. It's usually in milliliters. So let's begin. Liquid volume is the amount of liquid in a container. The liter is the basic metric unit for measuring liquid volume. And when comparing liquid volumes, we have the glass, full glass. It holds less than a liter. So a glass or a cup that you may have at home, it holds less than 1 liter. A water bottle holds about 1 liter, and a fish bowl holds more than 1 liter. A milliliter is the size of a drop of water. So a milliliter is much, much smaller than a liter. 1,000 milliliters, it takes 1,000 milliliters to make 1 liter. So now we're going to watch a brain pop video. I'm going to click on that link. It should take me to the brain pop site. And this is a site that you all are familiar with because in the classroom, we have watched plenty of brain pop videos. So hold tight while I push play. So I have to log in, so hold tight. I hope you all are practicing your multiplication facts. And I'm going to turn the sound on. And we're going to push play.
I'm doing a science experiment. It says here I need 1 liter of water and 3 milliliters of food coloring. What is volume? Volume is the amount of space something takes up. It describes how much a container can hold. Measuring cups, measuring spoons, beakers, droppers, and graduated cylinders are all tools we use to measure volume. It's important to measure volume carefully when we cook or when we do science experiments. Otherwise, our projects might not turn out as we planned. We measure volume in units like cups, pints, quarts, or gallons. We also measure in units like milliliters and liters. What are milliliters? A milliliter is a small unit of volume. 1 milliliter of water won't even fill a small spoon. The abbreviation for milliliter is ml. That carton has 236 milliliters of milk. This can has 355 milliliters of soda. And this bottle has 500 milliliters of water. What else is measured in milliliters? Oh, right. This bottle has 400 milliliters of shampoo. Some medicines are measured in milliliters. This is because we only need to take a small amount. Sometimes you want to measure larger volumes. What are liters? No, not that kind of liter, Moby. I mean liter, as in the measurement of volume. 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters. So that means about 1,000 drops of water make up 1 liter. The abbreviation for liter is L. It's best to use liters to measure larger volumes. This pitcher holds 1 liter of lemonade. It's equal to about 4 glasses. This bottle holds 1 liter. That bottle holds 2 liters of soda. When you need to measure larger amounts, you should use liters. How do you measure volume? For my science experiment, I need 1 liter of water and 3 milliliters of food coloring. I'm going to use a measuring cup to measure the water. When you measure the volume of a liquid, the surface will curve. Look at where the bottom of the curve lines up with the numbers on the measuring cup. Now I need 3 milliliters of food coloring. You can use a dropper to measure milliliters. Remember, look at where the bottom of the curve lines up with the numbers. It looks like I need a little more. Perfect. My experiment is about how water travels through a plant. So I'm putting this celery in the red water to see how the water moves. Wow, check out the celery, Moby. Wow, how did you do that, Moby?
All right, so that was the video on liters and milliliters. And again, the different types of ways that liters and milliliters can be used are as follows. So a bottle of shampoo will be measured in milliliters, and a bottle of Coca-Cola or Sprite can be measured in the 2-liter bottles in liters, of course. So we're going to escape out of this and exit. And we are going back to our PowerPoint and continue the lesson. So this is on your document. It's labeled Go Math 10.7 Classwork. So when you get to it, this is the paper or activity that you can use to do on a piece of paper, or if you have a printer, you can print it out and write it out on your own and take a picture for feedback, or if you would like to do it electronically through the document, Word document, you can do that as well. And again, and you would like for me to provide feedback, I will do that as well. So number 1 reads, the beaker is filled with water. Is the amount more than a liter, about 1 liter, are less than 1 liter. So we're looking at the beaker that is right here. So if we remember that an object that is about 1 liter is in the amount of a cup. And then, well, yes, less than 1 liter. It is about a cup, I'm sorry. But if it is about 1 liter, it's going to look like a water bottle. Or if it's more than 1 liter, it's going to be like a fish bowl. And in this case, number 1, this one would be about 1 liter. Because this beaker, even though you can't tell, it is close to 1,000 milliliters. So this beaker would be equal to about 1 liter. Okay, for 2 through 4, it says estimate how much liquid volume there will be when the container is filled. Write more than 1 liter, about 1 liter, or less than 1 liter. And again, remember that objects that are less than 1 liter will be the size of a cup. Objects that are about 1 liter will be the size of a large water bottle, and items that are more than 1 liter would be something that is the size of a fish bowl or larger. So number 2 asks for a cup of tea. A cup of tea is less than 1 liter. All right, well, number 3, a kitchen sink. As you can see, it's definitely bigger than a cup of tea, and it's definitely larger than a liter of water with a water bottle. So number 3 would be more than 1 liter. More than 1 liter. Number 4, we have a teapot. I can tell that the teapot is definitely not going to be less than 1 liter, but I know it's not going to be more than 1 liter. So number 4 would be about 1 liter. Okay, moving right along. For numbers 5 through 7, the instructions are as follows. Estimate how much liquid volume there will be when the container is filled. Write more than 1 liter, about 1 liter, or less than 1 liter. So number 5, we have a pitcher. So this could be a pitcher of juice or a pitcher of tea or even water. And in this case, it's going to be about 1 liter because pitchers are in liters. So number 5 is about 1 liter. Number 6, we have juice box. So the juice box, I know it's definitely not more than 1 liter, and I know it's not about 1 liter. This is less than 1 liter. So number 6, the juice box is less than 1 liter. Number 7, we have a punch bowl. So a punch bowl, if you have not seen one, is where some people have this for parties and everything, and they make fruit punch and things like that. So I can tell it looks bigger than the pitcher, which was about 1 liter, and it's definitely bigger than a juice box, which was less than 1 liter. So my answer for number 7 would be more than 1 liter. Number 7, the answer is more than 1 liter. The instructions for 11 through 13 are as follows. Use the containers for 11 through 13. Container A is full when 1 liter of water is poured into it. So, number 11 asks, estimate how many liters will fill container C and how many liters will fill container E. Which container will hold more water when filled? So, we are looking at containers C, and we are looking at containers E for number 11. So for this one, we can estimate estimate means to make a guess. And the information that we already know is container A, when it is full, is 1 liter of water. It's 1 liter of water. So if we look at container A, and I know that A is 1 liter, and then I compare it with C, I have a feeling that my liters, if I wanted to estimate, it's going to be about 2 liters of water. So for container C, it would be about 2 liters of water that would fill it. Now, for container E, I can tell that it is small and it's very slim and slender. So that means it's not going to hold much water. So with this one, possibly I will have only about 1 liter in container E. About 1 liter in container E. So, which container will hold more water when filled? So that would be container C for number 11. Container C will hold more water when filled. Number 12, name 2 containers that would be filled with the same number of liters of water. Explain. So if I look at my containers, A through E, I can tell that A and B could hold the same number of liters of water. So they both could hold 1 liter of water because of its size. Even though B is wider than A, they will hold the same volume of water, which is 1 liter. And that's how we're able to explain. Okay, for number 13, it's asking, what's the error? Samuel says you can pour more liters of water into B than into container D. Is he correct? Explain. So this one, we got to think smarter, just like it says, the heading says. So if you notice that B, even though it's just as wide as container D, if you notice, container D is what? Is it deeper or not as deep? I'll give you some think time. If you said that container D is deeper, which would make the volume larger, you are correct. So that means that Samuel was not correct because container D will hold more liquid volume than container B. So let's move on. So number 14, we have some multiple choice answers in yes or no, and the instructions read as follows. The bottle of tea holds about 1 liter. For numbers 14A through 14E, choose yes or no to tell whether it will hold more than 1 liter. So 14A, we have a teacup. So if we remember from our share and show responses, we will remember that a teacup, is it more than 1 liter or not? Give you some think time for that. If you said no for 14A, you are correct. A teacup is not more than 1 liter. Number 14B is a kitchen trash can. So think about the trash can that you may have in your kitchen. So we're trying to figure out if that would hold more than 1 liter or not. We're going to Take a moment. I'm going to give you some think time. Okay, think time is up. So if you said yes, that a kitchen trash can holds more than 1 liter, you are correct. All right, number 14C, we have a small pool. And I'm going to say a small pool, it could be like the kiddie pool that you may get at Walmart or Target that you can put out in your front yard. So we're trying to figure out if it will hold more than 1 liter or not. And I'm going to give you all some think time. If you said yes, that a small pool holds more than 1 liter, you are correct. 14D, fish tank. So we can think about fish tank. If you have a fish as a pet, think about the size of that. And also we did have a problem with the On Your Own or Share and Show where we saw that a fish bowl was more than 1 liter, and a fish tank is larger than a fish bowl. So that should be able to help us out with figuring out the answer as if it is yes or no. So I'm going to give you some think time. If you chose yes for 14D, you are correct. A fish tank does hold more than 1 liter. Number 14E, we have a perfume bottle. So with the perfume bottle, it can be quite small. If you think about the perfume bottles that you get at different stores. So I'm going to give you some think time for that. If you chose no, that a perfume bottle does not hold more than 1 liter, you are correct. With 14E, the answer is no. Let's move on. So here are the questions that we have. What did we learn today? Today, we learned about estimating liquid volume using liters and milliliters. And what is liquid volume? Remember, liquid volume is how much space that a liquid takes up. It can be in a cup, in a glass, in a sink, in any kind of container. Which one is smaller, a milliliter or a liter? Give you some time to think about that. If your answer was milliliter, you are correct. A milliliter is smaller than a liter because a milliliter is about the size of a water drop, or even if you want to think a raindrop, or 1 raindrop is the size of a milliliter. How many milliliters does it take to make 1 liter? And remember, ML is the abbreviation for milliliters, and L is the abbreviation for liter. And I will give you some think time to figure out how many milliliters it takes to make 1 liter. So if you said 1,000 milliliters equals 1 liter, you are correct. 1,000 milliliters does equal 1 liter. So today, again, we learned about liquid volume as it relates to milliliters and liters, because that is how we measure liquid volume. Liquid volume, again, are liquids that we use, that takes up space. That's how we measure volume. liquid volume is through liters and milliliters. So this is our lesson for today in math, and I hope you gathered some knowledge about liquid volume, and I will see you guys soon. Be safe and have a great day.